I was a thief, a drug addict.
The day that I called Solutions, I had nothing left.
Watching my kids line up at with a plate in their hand in a homeless shelter, waiting to be served, to be fed, was the most humbling thing that I've ever had to experience.
When I looked at family homelessness, I'm saying, there ain't no way I'm letting this kid spend another night in a winter shelter laying on a half-inch thick mat on a floor. No way am I gonna let that happen.
My husband left, and my kids were taken by my family.
I have no money to rent a room for the next, few days.
I was on the run for burglary.
And that's how Solutions for Change started. We made a promise to those kids. We made a promise to those families. We said, we're gonna do something really crazy here. We're gonna try to solve family homelessness in North San Diego County.
I came in here broken. I was totally broken with no life skills,
I had an attitude about everything and didn't understand why they wanted me to do certain stuff that they wanted me to do.
I had enough.
What do we need to do as a community here to get in here and solve this thing? What do we need to do to change attitudes and rebuild lives? First thing I say is, are you ready? Are you ready to rebuild your life and really get to that position in your life that God's meant for you to be? I mean, God doesn't want you out there, man, just surviving on the street. He's got something big for you. There's a plan here, and we're gonna activate it together. You ready to do that?
I was just ready for something. I was ready for something different.
Everything that you once were, I think you have to let it all go when you hit the door here.
Let go of the things and of the guilt and all those things that, just keep you in that same little cycle.
It's so much easier to open a shelter and say, here are the beds, come sleep in them. It's a lot harder getting shoulder to shoulder with somebody and saying, hey, what's up, man? What happened to you? Who you are is this amazing person with a tremendous amount of potential and a tremendous amount of gifts.
This is a whole partnership.
They want to end your homelessness. They want to help you. You start believing in yourself, and you start becoming what they see in you.
There is a moment in time where, as we're working with somebody here, there is, some people say it's like the light bulb that goes on. It's like that moment where hope, opportunity, compassion, and accountability kind of all collide.
Your life comes, flashing before you, and you start looking at everything that you have done.
I think a lot of it has to do with encouragement or things that they show me or say, oh, can you do this? And even though I think I can't do it, I end up doing it and doing it well, and that's what gives you the feeling oh, I can do this.
Just drove me to continue on. I gotta do this for my children, I gotta just do whatever it takes.
You're not gonna get this from standing in some kind of entitlement line someplace or locked into some kind of dependency cycle or whatever. You're not gonna get there like that. You can get there, though, when people, like-minded people are around you and you say, you know what? If we all work together, we can get there.
When you see other people accomplishing stuff, it's contagious, you know what I mean? You start being accomplished too.
These families didn't need shelters for just a short time, 3 months. They needed long-term shelters, and they needed training for skills and jobs. They needed help financially.
So the idea is come into our Solutions University. It's a 1,000-day program, 1,000 days to a permanent solution, 500 days on campus, 500 days off campus.
It doesn't matter where you've come from. This isn't an ideologically based organization. This is simply an organization that says if you want to be helped and you're willing to work, we'll create an opportunity for you to have the skills.
They get them straightened out, they give them hope for the future, then they educate them, they train them, they get them a job.
I learned that, you have to have a job and how to hold a job.
It's assistance with a motive out of commitment and love to move people along and to help them solve the situation that they're in.
Just teaching them life skills and living in their own place and learning how to live on their own.
A lot of these moms here, they haven't learned how to be parents. As funny as that sounds, they never had the role modeling, and the healthy expression when they were kids. So they never really learned how to be a parent.
I loved my kids, but I didn't know, I didn't have a clue. I was doing the same thing that I was shown as a child, I was doing the same thing to my kids.
So we have what we call parenting effectiveness classes here. Senior moms that have been around, that have been through the classes, have been through the parenting classes, have learned a lot about themselves. They're working with the new moms.
My 21-year-old, I could say when we came into the shelter and he was only 13. He was angry. He was very angry, and I was afraid that he was going to turn into the streets because of what I brought them through. But I could say that 21-year-old, kind of also helped save my life.
Kids go on and their entire futures are reshaped and different than what they were going to be when they got here. Just complete transformation occurs, and now you see these kids and they're healthy, and just an entirely different look and feel to the whole family. We've been able to lead over 1,200 kids out of homelessness, so that's about 600 families out of homelessness in our first almost 12 years now. So for us, that's like, that's what it's all about.
It helps all of us when people are being helped, and our society improves, and people, get back to work and they contribute to society.
Let's figure out, what the cost benefit is to the public, to the community. And so what we learned is that at that point it was 542 families. So we said, okay, what were they consuming for public resources prior to Solutions, and now where are they at afterwards? And what we demonstrated was a $28 million cost savings to the community.
I couldn't believe it was happening. I saw the statistics, I saw the people. When I talk to people, I say it's the only solution that works.
That it just doesn't provide shelter to keep people in that situation, but it gives them the tools necessary to move forward with their life.
There are people that graduated back 11 years ago through this university, Solutions for Change, and they're still successful.
This is a better solution than you're going to find anywhere else in the country. It's worth our investment because our community is worth making that a little bit better.
What if we could say, 10 years from now, we started something together in North San Diego County, and it solved homelessness for thousands of kids. We could be the first county, the first community in the country, put a flag in the ground and say, problem solved. We've solved family homelessness here in North San Diego County.
I'm a better parent. I'm a more productive member of society. I take responsibilities more serious.
Today, I'm reliable. I'm a great mom. I'm a full-time student.
And the most important thing for me is, what? I broke that cycle for my kids. Their future looked just like my future was as a child, bound to be gang members in and out of prison. And you know what? Because of me and my husband, and this program giving us another chance, my kids don't have to live the way that I did.